Okay, so guys, my question is that with respect to pointer variable, initialization is required when we are going to create that variable. Yes, you got my question. When we are going to create any pointer variable, at that time initialization is required with respect to that pointer variable. Yes, Rutvik. Sejal has given his answer.
Yes.
Yes, Khushbu, Sakshi. When you are going to create that variable, at that time initialization is required. When we have done, when we have discussed with respect to function, call by value, call by reference, and call by pointer. So in that case, we have discussed this particular difference. When we are going to create the pointer variable, at that time initialization is not required. Okay, but with respect to reference variable, yes, what is the difference, guys? When you are going to create that reference variable, in that case initialization is required, means you have to initialize some value with respect to that reference. Okay, so this is the basic difference. So that's why when you are going to create the pointer variable, so no need to directly initialize that variable. So in that, so here in this case we will use the null value. Okay, so this one with respect to first syntax. So another way to represent the syntax with respect to new variable is that I will write down the syntax. First one is the pointer variable. Suppose we have to declare the size, okay, initial size of that particular variable. So how you are going to represent that initial size? Yes, guys, how you are going to represent that initial size? So here in this case we are using this particular value to represent the initial size. So what is the example? Yes, so integer star p new integer of 25. Again, suppose with respect to float star q is equal to new float of I'll write just 1.5. Yes, what is the meaning of these two declarations? Yes, can anyone? Yes, Sakshi, Nihar, Kushbu, Anand, can anyone? What is the meaning of this declaration? Yes, so here in this case we are going to declare that particular pointer variable with the help of new keyword, and initially we are going to assign 25 memory slots, or the size of that particular star p initially at 25, or the initial value or initial storage is 25. So with respect to float, we will initialize the memory as 1.5. So this is the meaning with respect to this. Means uh, suppose initially you want to assign some memory slots, so here in this case you will assign. So again, with respect to block, suppose you want to initialize that particular pointer variable, and you want to initialize all these pointer variables with respect to block, means for example with the help of array. So how you are going to represent that particular array declaration? So here in this case we will use again pointer variable, new keyword, then data type, and after that data type we are using the size of that particular array or block. Okay, and this is the example with respect to this integer star p is equal to new integer of 10. Yes, what is the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning of this declaration? So here in this case, new operator is used to allocate a block of an array type, okay, with the size 10. Initially we are going to allocate 10 different blocks with respect to that p variable, and suppose during runtime if you want to increase, so you can increase. So these are the three different ways in which you are going to allocate the memory dynamically. Okay, clear guys? Yes guys,
Yes,
reply.
sir.
Okay, so I will just write the basic. So I will show you the execution with respect to only new operator today. Okay, suppose compiler is visible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so initialize first variable with the help of first syntax. How you are going to initialize that? Integer star first pointer variable, assume that as a 1, and we will directly use it as a null. Next one, directly initialize this first variable ptr1. So here in this case, how you are going to initialize, or how you are going to allocate this variable with the help of new keyword,
New integer.
new as a integer. This is the one way to represent, or if you want to represent in single line, directly write it out single line. Integer star p1 is equal to, sorry, integer star ptr1 is equal to new integer. Second one, yes, second one, if you want to provide the initial memory for that particular variable, so yes, uh,
Integer star p is equal to new integer
is equal to, okay,
25.
instead of integer I will consider as a float. Float, and I will just write it down 33.44 initial memory for that particular variable. Next, with respect to array declaration, or with respect to block, what is the declaration? Integer star ptr3 is equal to new integer of how many? Okay, I will write 20 different blocks I want to allocate that particular variable. Next one, now provide the value with respect to first pointer variable, or before that directly just print both the pointer variables star ptr1 and star ptr2. Then we will initialize both the variables. So value of pointer variable 1 as a star ptr1. I'll use slash n. So I'll execute this code. What is the output? Yes guys, 0 and 33.44. So in case of first pointer variable, we have just initialized that variable of integer type. We have not declared that variable, or we have not initialized that particular variable with respect to any value. So that's why it will return as a 0. And in case of second one, you will directly consider this particular value which we have been already provided, 33.44. Okay, so in case of star ptr1, we will initialize that particular variable which is we already discussed, sorry, declared as an integer. Okay, 20 and 33.44. So all these variables are directly initialized with the help of new keyword with respect to pointer variable. Okay, next one, with respect to third declaration which we already created, is that suppose we want to display only 5 memory blocks out of 25 and start from 10. So in that case, ptr of third variable of I is equal to I plus 1. Yes, what is the meaning of this line? Yes, guys, please reply. I'm waiting for your response. What is this? Pointer 3 of I. What it will return? 3 of
10 is equal to
I
10
plus 1
plus
means what? 10th
10
index
plus
is
1.
going to hold the 11th memory block. Okay. So value of store in block of memory and suppose we have to print all the memory blocks. So for again integer I is equal to again the same representation to display that result. To display that pointer variable 3 of I. Now in the space. Okay, now look at with respect to third one. So what happened, guys? It will display every time, or that particular block is executed every time. So instead of that, I will remove this particular line. Okay, so look at this output. So what will happen here in this case? Yes, what is the use of this first for block? Yes, guys, reply. What is the use of this first for block? Yes,
And ending values.
yes, Sakshi. This particular for loop is used to initialize that particular array. Okay, means pointer 3 of 10 is equal to 11, pointer 11 is equal to 12, and so on. Means here in this case we are going to initialize that particular pointer 3 variable, and this particular for loop is used to display, okay, what actually data is available at that particular block. So this is the way in which we are going to represent or use that particular new operator. Okay, is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Sir, please explain it once again, that for loop.
Okay, okay. Okay, look at this. What is the use of this? Before that, what is the use of this pointer 3 variable? We have just declared that pointer 3 variable is of integer type and he is going to hold 20 blocks. Clear up to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one by one. Okay, next one. What is the meaning of this for we are going to iterate this particular for loop from which block to which block? From 10 to 15. Means how many times this particular for loop is going to iterate? Only 5 times.
5 times.
10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. So when first iteration is going to be done, pointer 3 of 10 is equal to I plus 1. Means what? With respect to first iteration, PTR of pointer 3 of 10 is equal to 11. Okay. So means what? At 10 index, this 11 value is going to be stored. Clear? Yes, clear? Means
Yes, sir.
10th index 11 value is going to store. Similarly, 11 la 12, 12 la 13, 13, 14, 14, 15. Okay, and so on. Because we are going to only iterate this particular for loop only up to 5 indexes. So from 10 to 14, 11 to 15 values are going to be stored. And next, we are going to display all these values which are already available with respect to all these blocks. So again, for that particular purpose, we are iterating that particular for loop from 10 to 15, and directly we are going to display which value is available at this location, pointer 3 of 10. What is the meaning of this, guys? Pointer 3 of 10. What it will return? It will return 11, because inside that array pointer 3 of 10, 10 is nothing but index. At that index, 11 value is already stored in this for loop. Clear? And just this particular for loop is used to display all these values. Clear? Both the for loops. First for loop is to initialize, and second for loop is to display what are the values which we already stored. So it will just show the output in this manner: 11, 12, 13, and 14. What will happen if suppose I will write here, just start with 1 and end with 10? Yes. How many times this for loop is going to be iterated? Yes. How many times? 9 times. Clear? And what it will display? Yes. Pointer 3 of I. It will display 0, 0, 0, because in at that location no initialization be done previously. Okay, so that's why it will return as 0. Clear? Yes, Sakshi, Sejal, Nihar,
Yes,
Khushbu.
sir.
This for loop is used only for display purpose, and previous for loop is used for only initialization purpose. Okay, so for today we have done with only new operator. So tomorrow we will start with the delete operator. How we are going to delete all these pointer variables. So again, for tomorrow I will consider the same example. Okay, so directly we will delete all these pointer variables which we already created. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And